Toastmasters is really brought out. And so the first speaker that I'd like to introduce to the front of the stage is named Michelle Rooney. Now, she's new to this club. She's giving a 4 to 6 minute speech from the Competent Communication Manual. Her speech title is A Journey of Beliefs. How relevant to today's theme. And Michelle Rooney today is going to be delivering her icebreaker. So let's make no susurration for Michelle Rooney, A Journey of Beliefs.
When you believe it, you will see it. I'm going to bring you through a journey of my beliefs and how that has played out in my life. My parents believed that their children should have dual citizenship. So when my mother was 9 months pregnant, she flew back to Japan to have me. Now I'm a little bit bitter about that because now I can't be president of the United States. But it was really wonderful to grow up with one foot in the urban jungle of New York City during the school year and spending my summers in the rural playground of Saitama, Japan. Now Saitama is not so rural anymore, it's actually a suburb of Tokyo. But back in the day, I grew up catching tadpoles and rice paddies, skinning my knees, and riding my bicycle around, buying as many fireworks as I can in the morning and setting them off at night. As an adolescent and a young adult, I believed that hard work, determination, and grit, and putting my nose to the grindstone were the keys to success. I had the honor to attend an alternative high school in New York City called Hunter College High School. And on the first day of seventh grade, walking in, they say, this is the first day of your journey towards college. And that's a lot of pressure for a 12-year-old to hear, including hearing names like Harvard, Yale, and Stanford being mentioned. So it's an academic pressure cooker of an environment. So there was a lot of pressure to perform and succeed at that time. And around the same time, I started swimming at the local YMCA. And when I was taking swim lessons, the swim coach used to come and hound me and say, please try out for the swim team. So I did, and a few short months later, I actually found myself training for nationals, swimming twice a day, before school and after, and qualifying for nationals. So little did I know at that time that I had actually found one of my golden tickets in the form of swimming. It wasn't easy growing up being a jock and a nerd at the same time. I didn't really ever fit in anywhere. And somehow I managed to get a scholarship to go to NYU. I swam, attended classes, and sometimes juggled 3 part-time jobs to make ends meet, and that's where I was working on my belief of how we can actually balance life and work. And sometimes I didn't quite succeed at that. That's also the time that I had my first experience with leadership, and to my surprise, I was elected as a sophomore team captain of the women's swim team. And that's where I started to form my beliefs about what it means to be a leader and to inspire and to lead by example. A few years later, I was able to fulfill my high school's mandate for an Ivy League education, and I went to Columbia University to receive my master's degree in physical therapy. I've been a physical therapist now for 14 years, and my specialty is the entire lifespan. On any given day, I might see a baby in the morning and do exercises with a 92-year-old client in the afternoon, and I absolutely love what I do. And in my practice, I operate from the belief that fitness and self-care are absolutely life-affirming practices, and that you can also have fun while doing it. 9 years ago, I was invited to a wedding here in San Diego, and I always believed myself to be a city slicker. I grew up in New York, so. But all of a sudden, this dormant California surfer girl came out, and I absolutely loved it here, so I made the cross-country trip to move here. And despite the lack of good pizza, because I believe that pizza should have a thin crust, I absolutely love my lifestyle here. 7 years ago, I did not understand what it meant to live with your heart outside of your body. And then my daughter Kaya was born. She's the light of my life, and I realize now that living with your heart outside of your body is actually what it means to be a parent. And I could stand up here for hours talking about my journey of becoming a mother. It's been an absolute delight, and she's the light of my life. But I won't, because I only have maybe another minute. I learned to believe in my own inner strength and in the power of community and connection when I went through a contentious divorce and custody battle, while also, at the same time, dealing with the terminal illness and passing of my father. And if it weren't for the belief that my friends and family had in me at that time, and their knowing that not in a not too distant future, I would actually not just be surviving and hanging on by my fingernails, but actually thriving, I would not have gotten through that time. So I have so much gratitude for the people that were around me that truly believed that everything was going to be okay. And also, at that time, I also cemented the belief that sometimes things happen for a reason, and you don't know what that reason is at the time. I believe that passion and creativity and inspiration are the fuel that drives our lives. And I'm passionate and inspired about my career in being a physical therapist. I love doing what I do, and I'm also experiencing an expansion in that. And my intention is to be a coach for embodiment and self-care and finding inner balance. When you believe it, you will see it. And I believe we are all connected. Thank you so much.